and gentlemen, we're going to start with patty paper for the home group. We are going to bisect this obtuse angle. I'm going to be really clear about this that I am recording. There should be no talking at all that includes whispering. It should be absolutely silent right now. Shh. Okay, we're going to bisect our obtuse angle. So what do we do first, Leanne?
Trace it on the patty paper.
Okay, first we trace it on the patty paper again. Our patty paper should be shiny side down, rough side up. It's easier to draw. If you do it the other way, it's fine. It's just easier, harder to show up. So we just trace it. Then what do we do, Leanne?
You fold the paper until the lines match up.
We fold the paper on the vertex so the line matches up. And we will see the crease down the middle. Very nice. Okay, next. Next we're going to bisect this line. Okay? We're going to bisect this line. So the first thing we do.
You trace it on the patty paper.
Okay, so.
Is this pencil?
Yes. Shh. There is absolutely no whispering going on.
Boom.
Okay, and then what do you do?
Fold it until the lines meet.
Fold it till the
Lines
ends of the line meet. You could do it underneath there. That would be preferable.
See, you fold it like this.
Okay, and then we open it up.
Boom.
And the crease shows it's folded in half. Thank you. Next. Samantha?
So you trace it.
So this is very similar when we're bisecting it, perpendicular bisector. The one thing I might make sure is that my paper is very square. So when I fold it in half, I know it's at 90 degrees. Okay? So it's making sure your paper is very square when you do it. And then you draw a line, and you can even show a little box in the corner to show that it's at 90 degrees. Okay? All right. My next group, come on up. We are going to show how to copy an angle. We are going to show how to copy an angle.
Okay. So, this one, copy the line.
Pretty straightforward, right?
And then,
Like you have two lines.
that's the lines?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So then, you fold it so that the lines match.
And this is how you bisect an angle. So it's pretty much, the first one's really easy. You just simply copy it.
Yeah.
Then bisect it, cut in half, making sure you fold it on the vertex.
Did
All right.
Did I do it right?
Yep, you did the first two. That's lovely.
I did the first-
Okay,
Okay.
last one. Who's going to do my last one, guys? All right. So what do we do first, Alyssa? So we're going to take our pencil and we're going to trace it on the paper, right? So your patty paper is right on top of the paper. Yeah, you got to do it on there so it's underneath the document can. Okay. Alyssa, you're doing great. I know you've been absent. It's all right. Okay. Trace that.
This line?
Yep. Okay. Now it's going to be funky because we need it to be parallel. So we have to fold our paper so that it lines up. See how the sides line up? Each side of it. We're going to fold it, and then we are going to trace it again. No. I'm sorry. We're going to trace the line we just drew so that when we open up, we have parallel lines. Okay? All right, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to copy this segment. And so, Roy, you're going to show us first. How do we copy a segment? First, we take our mirror up, and we put it where?
On a, like this.
You're just copying the segment.
Okay.
So, we put the mirror next to the segment. We look through the mirror, and we trace it. So,
Oh.
Roy, go ahead and trace it on that side right there.
Oh, we do this.
it a different way. We did it the other way.
That's fine. Wherever you copied it is fine. Okay, as straight as you can. Sometimes we like to use ruler.
Oh, wait, let me see.
Okay, so now we're going to do a perpendicular bisector. Okay, so for this one, we need to place the mirror. So you got to do this for me, guys. I can't see it from this side. You've got to place it on the perpendicular bisector so that E, when you look at E, it's on top of F. Or when you look at F, it's on top of E. So move that mirror, guys.
Okay.
So that when you look through it, E is on top of F.
It's F on top of E.
Okay, and then you want to draw along
Straight down.
your beveled edge that's straight down, and we have bisected it.
Moved it.
Yes, it did. Okay, last one, you're going to copy the angle. So you're going to look through the mirror.
I'm not right-handed, so.
You're doing great, Donovan. It's hard when you're not right-handed. And we're going to copy the angle. That's great, guys.
I almost did it. Let's
Good.
Hold on. Let me do it one more time. I messed up.
All right. So rulers do help for this. All right. Okay. Show us how to bisect an angle.
You put the, what is it called? The beveled edge on the vertex, and an arrow shows up, and you just copy it on this side, but it's probably not going to be right. So.
Okay. So
Yeah, it was way off.
it's all right. The big difference is you want to put it so that the arrow is right on top. So when you look through, this arrow is right on top of there. And then you're going to just draw it right along the mirror.
Okay.
And that bisects it. Okay. Next, we need to do perpendicular through a point. Leave the, yeah, okay. Perpendicular through that point. So,
You just
yep, we just put it on that point, making sure the lines show up. Go along the beveled edge, so this side. Draw that straight line up and down. Lovely. Okay. Last one. So we want it parallel. So I like to turn the paper sideways. Do you see the line
Yeah.
through there? Yep, you want to draw it so it goes right through A. There you go. So move it along, right along the mirror. So draw a line right there. Yep. There we go. So it's parallel. So we end up with a nice parallel line. All right. My next group. All right, we are going to copy a segment with a compass. So what do?
So first we find the two vertices of the line, which is one here, one here.
Yep.
Put compass at each point.
So put a compass at one point, the pencil at the other. Okay. And then we,
And once you have that, you move that towards here.
yep, make a mark.
Yep. Okay.
And then we switch it. Do it on the other side. And this is where we want to use our ruler. Connect those two marks. And we have copied our segment. Lovely. Okay, next.
Okay, next. Okay, so
Okay. All right, Seth.
So, for perpendicular bisectors, what you do is you put your pointy end of the compass on one of the ends of the lines, and you move the pencil so it's a little more than halfway between point E and F. And you draw an arc. And then you keep the length of the pencil at the same length, and you put it on point F. That, and you draw another arc. And then you end the pencil. You draw points on where the lines intersect, and you draw a line through that.
Beautiful. Perpendicular bisector. Okay, guys, angle bisector. So we take our compass and we put the pointy ends on the vertex. And now we're drawing a big arc. Okay, now we're taking the pointy end and we're putting it where the arc and the angle intersect, and we're drawing another arc. See how she's moving the paper instead of the compass? That's easier for some people. Okay, now we're going to take the pointy end and put it on the other half to show where it intersects the angle. We're going to make another arc. Good. Now we're going to take a ruler, and where the vertex, we're going to put on one side where those two angles cross each other, that little point of intersection. We're going to line up the ruler right there. I'm not sure why we're talking when I'm recording right now. And we've just bisected the angle. Good. Next, perpendicular through a point. Okay. What do we do first?
You place the pointy end on the end of the line and the pencil on the die.
Okay, first we're going to make a point on either side of A. We're going to label it B and C. Then we're going to take the pointy end and we're going to put it on B. And we're going to measure it up to A. And then we're going to make a big arc. Okay? Then we're going to take the pointy end and put it on C and measure the pencil up to A. Make a big arc. Okay, we're going to move it up a little bit so we can see what you're doing. So where they intersect, you're going to take your ruler and we're going to draw a straight line to show where those intersect. And now we have made a perpendicular line that goes through a specific point. Very nice.